I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give you way more than just three things you can do to replace your 9 to 5. So you want to stay for this whole entire video. Now, getting straight into it, I come from door dashing, hustling, okay, and being able to start an online business from my phone and my laptop, making over 6 figures straight from just posting content online. And I'm going to spill the things that I've learned over the last 5 years of my life into this one video. So you don't want to miss out. Now, number one, I know we don't like to discuss it a lot because it's like there has to be more, but number one is to realize everything is mental. When I say this, I mean you have to be able to control your emotions. Now, what does this have to do with replacing your 9 to 5? Well, when you go into a 9 to 5, right, and you clock in, you're already knowing what to do because you've been trained on the tasks. And then you're guaranteed to make the money per hour because that's the structure that you were applied to. But what we don't know when we first start our online businesses to replace our 9 to 5 is that we don't have that person looking over us, a supervisor or manager or anyone that's telling us to do this at this time and do this effectively. And this is what's going to help you earn money consistently. That was one of the biggest mistakes that I have ever made in online business, was focusing on the things that I thought were important, but it wasn't important because it didn't create change and it didn't create money. And as humans, we can fall into this trap of letting our emotions control our actions. For example, you feel tired today, so you're going to sleep in. I'm still working on that myself. But more importantly, on the tasks that you really don't enjoy with your business or starting a business, okay, especially online, because everything is in front of a screen, okay? And sometimes you don't feel like doing the thing that you have to do. For example, today I have to record 6 videos, but I have to pace myself. I'm going to record 3 videos, go work out, and then come back. That is me controlling my own emotions, for example. You see, I'm going to record 3 videos because recording 6 at a time is going to make me feel really drained because I talk really fast and I drink caffeine before I make my videos. And I know I'm going to feel burned out, which is basically an emotion, okay? And it's not going to make me want to make more videos, okay? I don't want to feel like that with doing an online business that has helped me make money online. What I'm going to do is control my emotions, do an action that makes me feel more energized, makes me feel more alive, makes me feel pumped up. So when I go back in front of this camera, I know, hey, I'm in a good state of mind and I'm healthy. The other part of realizing that everything is mental is deleting your socials. I tell my students this all the time. We don't use social media to be social. We use it to deliver value to others so we can make money online. They're like, simply said, Zuckerberg and these big time social media platform owners don't even allow their children to go on the apps because they're so addictive. Okay. They're designed for you to stay up there for hours and hours and hours because businesses are paying for advertisement on that social media app. And that's how the social media app earns income, by creators creating addicting content that you spend your time on, something you'll never get back. And the advertisers get to interrupt that time that you're scrolling, and the platform gets paid from the business owners placing the ads on their own website, okay, on their app, on their social media app. So we don't want to use social media anymore to consume. You want to use it to produce. If you have to consume it to boost your energy and control your emotions, which is why I say it's mental. For example, before I make my videos, I almost always watch a YouTube video before I make mine so I can get into that creative mode, so I don't have to feel like I have to be robotic or I have to feel like I have to do this. It's more of I get to do this. It's more of I'm in a giving mode. It's more of I'm giving value. I'm giving life. I'm putting my energy into this video capsule, which can be replayed infinitely. The third part to this mental game is realizing you need to remove time from the goal. And I know this sounds backwards, and it's like, well, Jay, I need to have time for my goal, and I need to have a deadline for my goal, because what happens if I don't hit my goal? How do I know if I'm growing or if I'm slowing down or it's not working? And here's the thing. Most of us start an online business. Most of us start a way for us to earn income online to replace our 9 to 5. But the thing is, we have these super high expectations. And the truth is, if you're a beginner in online business, you're going to have a huge learning curve over the ones that have experience. For example, for the first 3 years, for the first 3 years of my online business, I struggled to make consistent income and automated income, all right, through posting content online. But here's the thing. It wasn't until the 4th and 5th year where I learned how to automate a business, and it's working. And this is a true live example. I have over 30,000 Instagram followers right now as of today's date. All right. Now, I've automated that business, but I shut it down because I enjoy giving more value and being more vulnerable on YouTube, because you guys You guys decide to watch the videos versus someone on Instagram is just scrolling because they don't want to make eye contact in the elevator. So I migrated to YouTube, right? I got paid my second week going into YouTube. I don't have 1,000 subscribers as of today's date. Okay. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet on my channel. And I still made hundreds of dollars from my YouTube channel. And I'm going to tell you why that happened, because of experience. But when I first started, I told myself, I don't care how consistent I have to be. I will be consistent as much as I need to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So many of us are so trapped into I have to attach a time to this goal, because when you attach time to a goal, it makes you feel like, okay, well, if it doesn't work by this time, then I give myself permission. I tried, and I'm going to try something else. But I think of it on more of an aspect of, I'm going to be consistent, not for the aspect of I have to hit this goal by this time, but I'm being consistent to figure out what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And that's working wonderfully on my channel. Like, I literally just looked at my channel and I'm like, yo, the last video I made yesterday went from like 21 views and hit 600. Like, that's viral for me right now. Okay. But I never would have found that out on how to make videos go more viral for my channel, because I'm different from you and everyone else. And so are you. I didn't know what was working for me until I was consistent. Okay. And I wasn't consistent just to say, oh, well, I'm trying to make money. No, I was consistent to see and have confidence that, hey, this worked a little bit better than all the other 100 tries I made. So now I'm going to get that one thing that was a little bit more successful and make it a little bit better and keep capitalizing. And now I'm seeing the gains capitalize. I'm seeing the interest compile on top of each other. The second thing, when it comes down to the things that you need to do in order for you to replace your 9-to-5, is to invest with this type of mindset: rail guards. Now, I know in the YouTube world, there's a ton of people who have courses and all these different things that they're selling you. And I want to be completely honest with you. I have also been the type to sell, but I've also been the type to consume and purchase things, because guess what? I have a rail guard mindset. I don't care what anybody says. You're not going to convince me to not invest into myself. I'm not buying a course. I'm buying the instructions on what not to do. That's my mindset. There's too many videos out here that show what to do, but because I've watched them all, I need to know what not to do. I need to know a clear path, because I don't have all the time in the world. I don't know about you. Okay. But I don't have all the time in the world to figure out, oh, well, let me try this because he posted a video, and let me try this because he said it was a full course for free. And let me try this because he made a video that was a whole 2 or 10 hours. You know how much time we waste just watching content, watching different people, trying to see their stories, trying to see what worked for them. And then you have all these ideas in your head, and now you like you're just frustrated at yourself because you're still confused. Information doesn't solve problems. Okay. Action solves problems. It ties back into the mental state of this business and being able to replace your 9-to-5. You need to know exactly what works for you, so that way you put your more time and your efforts and your energy towards that, so it can generate the actual results you want to make, which is replacing your 9-to-5 income. Another key point about this investing mindset is you have to realize that we all start from the same place. All right. The person who has more money than you and the person who may not have money to invest into mentorship or a course or anything, you both start at the same place, except the person that has leverage, money, right? And you don't have to be rich. I'm just saying, choosing to invest in yourself instead of going out to Buffalo Wild Wings when they have 50% off on their wings. Yeah, that's called investing. Okay. Go ahead and choose to invest in yourself. But I say all this to say the person who invests will learn what not to do quicker than the person who doesn't invest. And I want to be completely honest with you as well. Investing your time costs more than investing your money. Okay. And that's just the God honest truth. Okay. When you invest your time, you never get that time back. Okay. When you scroll, when you play video games, when you watch Netflix, when you're, I am tired. I worked hard today. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back and just chill. When you tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to invest 30 more minutes into my craft so I can get better slower over time, you are investing that time into something else. Okay. You can never get that time back. With money, you can always get it back. As a matter of fact, if you learn the right way, you will be able to not only replace your 9-to-5, but you don't have to work as hard or as long or at all to a certain degree when it comes to making money. Okay. And that's my whole point of this channel, which is to help you realize you don't have to trade your time for money anymore. Now, number 3 on the 3 things that you can do, or more than 3 things that you can do to replace your 9-to-5, is to realize that work just isn't enough. Hard work just isn't enough. And I learned this the hard way, especially when I was an online fitness coach posting on social media. I was posting on my stories. I was sending about 50 to 200 DMs per day, responding to everyone I could on the Instagram and Facebook app. And I was posting 3 times a day on the social media app, Instagram and Facebook. And it was so hard for me to swallow the pill of, man, why am I not making more money? I'm working harder, but I'm not making more money. That's because in business, and especially when you're an entrepreneur and you're working on replacing your 9 to 5, because you work longer, it doesn't mean that you're going to get paid more. Okay. This is not a clock in system. All right. This is a system where it could be efficient for you if you put work in the right area. What I mean by this is I made one of the biggest mistakes. I'm not going to say the biggest mistake of my life, but I made a huge mistake and I got plenty of experience from it. But I was posting for 4 to 5 years just on Instagram. And, I did a little bit of TikTok. I did a little bit of YouTube and whatnot, but I stuck with Instagram because that was bringing in the money. But the thing is, you want to make sure you put work in the right area. What I mean by this is I'm on YouTube now, and I'm on YouTube because these videos that I post are called evergreen. You see, on Instagram, people will watch the video, they'll watch it for the first couple of days and, it'll do well or do its numbers in the algorithm. But on YouTube, people are actually deciding to watch you. Okay. People are actually searching for a solution you have. And because of that, new people are always going to have the same problem, and they're always going to find you. People don't use Instagram or TikTok like that. And if they do, it's not to the scale of YouTube. And this is why YouTube also incentivizes you creating videos that help people, and they will pay you more once you become a monetized channel, right? But you need to put the work in the right vehicle. I'm not even going to say I wish. I know that I should have started off on YouTube because, to be honest with you, you can just get paid just from talking and people watching your videos. You don't have to necessarily sell something. Now, even though I recommend on this channel that you create a digital product, which means an ebook, a course, an audiobook, a document, a PDF, a checklist, any type of tool that you use, as an experienced person with whatever you're teaching or sharing your knowledge in, it will help people solve their problem faster as you make videos about it, right? A lot of these videos, I show you guys a checklist or some type of data graph that I use to help my business scale, or how I started and what I wish I had before I started. And a lot of you all have been responding, man, I want that. I want that template. Okay. These are simple products that you can create and make money from, but putting the work in the right thing, okay, matters more than putting work and just working longer hours. And it was so hard for me to recognize that, because I'm like, why would I feel right getting paid more if I didn't work as hard or if I'm not tired? And I would bring myself, I would work like 15-hour shifts, right? But now I'm able to work a full-time job, post on YouTube consistently every single day, and be able to make consistent income, because now I only work on my business about 2 hours a day. And once this scales, I obviously love this business, but I'll work more in the business. But I know once this scales, I'll be making $10K a month. Now, the number 4 thing that you can do to replace your 9 to 5 is to realize that you don't want to necessarily beat yourself up when it comes down to rushing. I have to make money. I have to make money. I have to make money. This is why I advise you all to have a job when you start this business, because it's going to be hard for you to be creative and be in that giving mode when you feel like you have to receive because you don't have your needs met, because you ain't working no real job. As far as, and when I say real job, I mean like a job that's guaranteed to pay you a 9 to 5. Okay. If you got a huge savings and investings and you taking time off and you want to start this business, that's perfectly fine. But I'm telling you this, you need to work your own craft. Everybody's story is a little different. All right. Nobody gets monetized or make their first sale on the same timeline. We all have our own individual timelines. And that was something hard that I had to realize, because I was seeing so many people who weren't as experienced as me, or weren't putting in as much efforts as far as content. Or I'm like, man, I speak way more better on camera than them. Why are they making more money than me? Everybody has their own timeline. Okay. I'm not rushing my timeline. I am going to put work in so I don't have to look back and be like, I wish I would have worked more. I wish I would have been more consistent. But I had to realize that when it comes down to not rushing and not perfecting your craft, but working on your craft, that this is the main reason why I don't believe that, buying some course is just a one and done thing, right? A business is not a one and done thing. Okay. You posting content or making money online is never a one and done thing, because the internet is always changing, just like the world, just like designs change, just like styles change, just like music change. Okay. Businesses change, marketing change, sales change. What people want to receive changes. Okay. You're changing. You're getting older by the second as you're watching this video. Okay. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching the video, by the way. Okay. Now, What I'm saying by this is also, I want to let you know that I have a 7-day free trial that you can access right now to my Ask You Wealth community. And I'm going to show you how to post content on YouTube, how to make sure that you are going to get seen by the right people, and make sure that your channel works on getting monetized. All right. I'm working on that with my channel right now, and it's working wonderfully. I'm like literally halfway there. Not only that, but I'm going to show you how to monetize yourself before you get monetized by YouTube, meaning I'm going to show you how to create your first digital product, your PDF, ebook, audiobook, it doesn't matter, a course or a membership. You're going to learn how to get that done so you can make sure that you have a backup system and you're creating multiple streams of income. Ultimately, you will be able to replace your 9-to-5 if you scale what I'm going to show you inside the Ask You Wealth community. And here's an extra bonus for those who join right now. This is not going to go on forever, but I actually get on a call with you one-on-one to help you build a business strategy based off your own knowledge and skills. And the students have been loving it. They've been getting a ton of value. So as you join, all right, there's a 7-day free trial. But on the 8th day, all right, once you become a paid member, you will get on a one-on-one consultation call with me. And we're going to walk you through, when I say we, you and me, we're going to walk you through the process of where you need to start and how you're going to do it. And you're going to feel confident about how you're going to replace your 9-to-5. So if you want access to that, the link is in the description down below. The number 5 thing that you can do to replace your 9-to-5 is to realize you don't need to copy anyone. You just need to know what you already know. In the industry right now with selling digital products or making money online, you have these things called MRR courses or affiliate marketing. And this is all great and everything because you get to promote a product that you believe in if you're ethical. Okay. But the thing is, you may not be as experienced with making money online or wealth building or doing a ton of side hustles as I am. Okay. And that's okay. You don't need to do exactly what I'm doing in order for you to make good money to replace your 9-to-5. You just need to do what you're already knowledgeable and passionate about. And there's a way to monetize that. Okay. There's a way to monetize that. I see a lot of people on the internet make the mistake of, I want to replace my 9-to-5 and this guy or this girl is doing this and she made money and she wasn't experienced. Yeah. But guess what? She also built the skills up over time to know what she needs to do online to make money online. If you're starting from a place where you don't know that much information and you're going to learn the same way, and you're like, I'm going to put myself through that so I can learn this skill and I can teach people too. That's perfectly fine. But you got to be okay with knowing that you're still in the beginner learning curve and you're going to feel like an imposter. And there's a right and a wrong place between that because imposter syndrome can happen. It even happens with me sometimes. Imposter syndrome can happen because I'm like, well, I haven't made $1 million yet. Who am I to teach people how to make money online? Right? If you've ever had imposter syndrome, type imposter in the comment section down below. But I'm here to tell you that you can start your success, get closer to replacing your 9-to-5 in the right way with things that you already know that you don't have to have a learning curve over because you already have the experience and the knowledge in by actually starting what you already know. Don't overcomplicate the process. Okay. You don't have to be like everybody else. I don't have to be like anybody else. Just be you. Just be you. The people who connect and watch your videos and buy from you and allow you to take up their time because you have the value that you know will help people, they will be more than willing to pay attention to you and buy from you if they want to. So that brings me to the question, what fires you up? Let me know in the comment section, what fires you up? Is it fitness? Is it health? Is it wellness, nutrition? Is it skin? Is it hair? Is it making money online? Is it doing DoorDash? What is it? What is it, writing resumes? What fires you up? Let me know in the comment section below and I'm going to respond back to each and every single one of you all. Now, this is really important, if not the most important thing that I can say throughout this whole video. Okay, the number 5 thing that you need to do in order to replace your 9-to-5 is to protect and be aware of how you spend your energy. Let me explain. The first thing when it comes down to your energy, you need to realize and be aware of who you talk to because energy goes both ways. All right. I want you to think of a battery. When we charge our phones and we use our phones and the brightness is on and we're listening to music and we're watching YouTube videos, eventually that battery dies down and it needs to be recharged. And you're the same way. Now, I'm not going to get all spiritual on you all, but I wanted you to know that you need to be careful of who you watch. For example, I don't watch a lot of movies or Hulu or Netflix anymore. If I do, it's with my girl or it's when I really just got a lot of work done and I need some dopamine release. And I'm like, I'm going to watch a quick movie before I fall asleep. Right. But for the most part, I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people who are like me, who fall in the same category as me, because hearing their stories or seeing how they provide value gets my gears turning. And so you have to ask yourself, who am I watching that energizes me? And who am I watching that makes me feel comfortable? I'm not going to say who am I watching that makes me feel drained, because in the moment, nobody wants to feel drained at all, right? But The problem arises when you think you're going to feel good doing an action based off what you're watching, and then you realize, well, man, I think I'll take a nap. Some people do this with food. Okay, maybe it's watching a food commercial or watching food reviews, and you're like, man, I really want to try that. And you buy that food, and that food makes you feel drained, right? You need to be aware of where your energy is going, because where your energy flows, well, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Okay. So you need to be aware of that. And I kind of hit it on the nail of both who you talk to and who you watch. But obviously, when you talk to people, right, you need to be aware of what narrative are they pushing on yourself. Now, I learned this through sales, because to be honest with you, sales, a lot of people don't like it because it's like, oh, well, sales people just try to convince you to do stuff that you really don't want to do, and they never shut up. But I'm here to tell you that there's a different way to look at sales. All right. I'm not telling you to do sales. I'm just saying that the way I look at sales is I'm not trying to convince anyone to do anything. I'm helping someone make a decision that they might need more confidence behind. And I'm not here to force you to do anything. Okay. But I am here to help you make a confident decision. Even if it's a no, at least you said it confidently instead of wondering, man, should I have done that? It's almost like going back into middle school or high school, or even in your life. If you're a man, or whether you're a woman or a man, doesn't matter, right? If you see an attractive person and you're single and you're like, man, I really should have talked to her, right? But you see somebody else walk up to her or him and you're like, man, why did I wait that long, right? It's one of those instances, okay? It's one of those instances. Or maybe you're almost at a red light and then you see the car in front of you went and you're like, I don't think I can make that. And then the car behind you, okay, the car behind you, just a little bit behind you in the other lane, continues going. And he didn't get pulled over. He didn't run the red light. And you're like, I could have made that, right? You want to make sure that the decisions you make are confident. And I believe sales is strictly that. Now, I say all that to say the people who are talking to you, whether they're your coworkers or people who are out and about in a grocery store or wherever you go outside of your house. Okay. When people talk to you, you have to realize that everyone, even if they don't mean it, they have a narrative they're trying to push. For example, if they don't like snow and they're like, oh man, it's snowing outside, man. Right? The way they said snow, the way they said it's snowing outside, you know they have a negative narrative with cold weather and snow. Okay. But for someone who loves snow, they're going to be like, oh man, it's snowing outside. Right? It's the same sentence, but it's a different tonality. And even though they're not trying to convince you to make a negative or a positive perception of snow, they are still implementing that snow is either positive or negative. And who you talk to will help you dictate how you view the world as well. Okay. So you need to be aware of that. A lot of people say, oh, well, buy my course, buy my course, buy my course. And they say it in a negative way. Right. And I understand what they mean. But at the same time, courses have helped me become who you see on the video right now. Like I'm going to show y'all in one video. Okay. I'm going to show y'all in a video one day that I used to be ridiculous, stuttering across videos. Okay. Because I was so nervous with talking to in front of a camera. Okay. I was shy. I wasn't confident. I wasn't always this way, but investing into myself. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. I didn't learn how to put out a YouTube video or how to talk this way or learn sales or learn how to make money online for free. I just didn't. And you don't have to buy anything from me. I'm just telling you, that is my story. Now, if somebody else did, round of applause for them, but that ain't it. At least it ain't for me. Like I said, we all have our own separate timelines. So you need to be aware of who you're talking to. Sometimes we can't control who we talk to because you're at work and you have to talk to the person. Be aware. Okay, this person has a certain mindset. You know, some of my coworkers, sometimes this is no shame to them, but some of my coworkers are like, oh man, I don't know about this job. And I'm like, bro, we talk to people all day. Like, are you kidding me? We sit in an office chair at a desk and I have a headset on my head and I'm like, this is the easiest job in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I can literally lean back until a call comes in and I'm talking to someone. Other than that, I don't have to clean. I don't have to pick up no heavy boxes. I don't have to sweat. I'm in AC or I'm in heat. I can eat a snack if I want to. I can go to the bathroom if I want to. A lot of people don't have jobs like that. Okay. And they wish they did. And that's okay. Okay. But I'm grateful for it. And they might be in a mode where they're not. And that's okay. I'm not going to make me feel a certain way, if that makes sense. The number 7 thing that you need to do in order for you to replace your 9-to-5 is to stop overcomplicating money. I don't know where we got this mindset from, but working hard for money or money is hard to get are 2 false beliefs. And I'm going to explain why right now. Number 1, working hard for money. Yes, you do need to provide value, but I don't know about you, but I believe in the Bible and I read a lot of Proverbs. And recently I've been hearing, obviously I'm not going to say quote a word for word because I haven't memorized it, but I know that hard work does pay off, right? It does pay off, right? There are principles in the Bible that work in today's world. But I'm here to tell you that working hard, again, on the right thing can help you get paid more than working hard on the wrong thing. For example, someone who is working sales for 12 hours and you have a DoorDash for 12 hours. The DoorDasher is going to make a certain amount of money per hour based off of how many orders they get. But the salesperson could be working for 12 hours, be talking to a lot of people and make one sale, right? Now, the salesperson, if their commission is high enough, they're going to make a lot more money than the DoorDasher. But they both worked an equal amount of hours. Why does one get paid more than the other? Because one skill is valued more than the other. One skill on DoorDash, you're a deliverer. You're not even making the food, you're delivering. And that's great, right? I'm grateful for the DoorDashers because I use the DoorDash. But at the same time, the person who sells is actually helping someone get a solution or a product. And depending on how expensive or big that product is, they're making a certain percentage from it, right? The thing is, we have to realize that the right work in the right area gets you paid more, and the right work in the wrong area gets you paid, but not enough. This is the clear difference between having a digital product and a physical product. I see so many of my students, become passionate about, I want to sell a physical product. I want to sell hoodies. I want to sell this. I want to sell a gadget. I want to sell this. And it's great. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I am saying that having a digital product is something that you can create on this or on your laptop, and you're able to sell it on repeat. And it doesn't even cost you anything 9 times out of 10. If it does cost you something, then that means you're able to make more money from it. And you don't have to spend more money to make more money. Okay, this isn't the casino. A lot of people who have brick and mortars or have physical products, they have to spend the money before they get it. And then when they get it, they have to spend it back to get more physical products. We don't have to do that with digital products. If we do have to pay anything, it might be $20 a month or $90 a month. And it doesn't matter if one person or 100 people buy from us, we're still only spending or investing $100 a month. The second part of not complicating money is realizing that putting out content is way more simple than trying to promote some physical product that you're trying to sell or ship out. You can still film your process if you want to do a physical product. I'm just saying digital products tied in with organic content creation is king. Especially because you get to go to sleep after you make the content or do whatever you want after you make the content, and people can replay it over and over and over again. New eyes are seeing it every second of the day. I just check my stats for YouTube, and I'm not bragging in any type of way, but I'm proud of myself. Okay. I saw my YouTube stats and I saw that for the past week, we had on average 26 watch hours per day. There's only 24 hours in a day. Now I've just surpassed how much I could work in a day. Even if I wanted to work a 24-hour shift, which I couldn't because, I need my sleep and you need your sleep. People online watching me for 26 hours every day for the last 7 days is insane to me. I have now beat the algorithm of trading time for money, especially when this channel becomes monetized. All right. But the whole point is you want to have leverage. OK, you want to have leverage. This little snippet of my life of me giving you guys this game and this value is going to be replayed, and I don't have to repeat myself over and over and over again. But the ugly part of stopping complicating money comes into lowering your expenses. And this is where you guys might just click off the video because I'm going to say some things that are going to hurt some hearts and hurt some feelings, but it's okay. Some breakups are good, but listen, in business, we have something called COGS. Okay. COGS. All right. COGS stands for costs of goods and services. And the real entrepreneurs who know that it's not just about just posting content and going viral and that's how many subscribers I have. We look at the aspect of how much does it cost me to create this product? Let's just say it's $10. It costs me $10 to create a product and I'll sell it for $50. Now, if it takes me $10 to create this product and I sell it for $50, that means I profit $40. But then you have your living expenses. OK, you got rent. You might have grocery bills. You might have electric. You might have gas. You might have food. You might have a dog. You might have a car note. This is where that $40 gets consumed up. OK, we need to lower our living expenses, especially if you're in debt. OK, this is one of my examples that I'm showing you all. Like I share my life on this channel. Right. So I moved back in with my parents after living on my own for 3 years. Right. Rent was around $1,200 for my first year moving out, and then it went to about $1,900 after utilities and everything, $1,900 a month. And then I went to a smaller apartment that was around $1,600 a month, right? But the whole point is I'm now able to allocate so much more money into investing into myself with different tools and things that are going to help me. Remember that investing mindset, that rail guard mindset. I'm able to invest into other things that are going to help me improve my skill and know what not to do more than what to do, because YouTube University is literally free. Okay. People post videos all the time, and if you watch a whole bunch of everybody, you're going to be confused. Okay. So we need to make sure that, guess what? And when it comes down to lowering our expenses, lowering our living habits, it's not a sacrifice. It's actually an investment if you use it in the right way. Now, the last thing that you need to know in order for you to replace your 9 to 5 by making money online is actually the formula. I had to get these principles out the way, because if you just learn the formula and it works for you, but you mess up, kind of like what I did for the past couple years, you're going to end up in the same position. And I don't want you to be in that way, right? Not saying that I'm not grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm attacking with work ethic, and I know it's going to work and pick back up again, as it has been, because I've been consistent in working on the right things. But the whole formula, I want to go ahead and put this into perspective, okay? Because I wrote this out on my notes. All right. You need to understand that the job that you have right now, if you're working and trading your time for money, work on a job that's going to allow you to improve your experience and your skill set. I say this not so you can suffer and you're like, oh, it's not paying enough. You got to pay bills. We all do. But you need to understand that experience is over money. Okay. Experience over money. If you're listening, you made it this far. Obviously, you're serious about taking your financial future very seriously and replacing your 9 to 5. So go ahead and type in the comment section, experience over money, in the comment section. Okay. Experience over money. What I mean by this is you can get a job doing something that you really don't like, but you got it because it always pays the bills. Okay. But when you leave that job, you have no experience that is going to help you put it into an asset or something that's going to help you stay out of that 9 to 5 and continuously make money online. So for example, let me explain. A couple of years ago, I was working at a college and it was OIT. I forgot what it stands for. I think it was Original Information Technology or something like that. But the whole point is we were helping fix computers and troubleshoot computers out on the college campus. And that was a great job and everything, but I've already been a huge nerd and I honestly could help people more than when I was helping people at that job. So I decided to do DoorDash. Now you might be like, well, Jay, DoorDash is just delivering orders. What kind of skill did you build then? I'm glad you asked. I actually was reading books and investing into mentorships, taking courses while my iPhone was holding up itself with a suction cup phone holder on the windshield. Okay. And I was actually learning while I was doing DoorDash. I refused, and I did sometimes listen to music, but I refused to be one of those people just listening to music as I drive. I wanted to learn and grow my skill set to be able to go back into the world and actually provide value like I'm doing now, be able to speak, be able to sell without feeling forced to make money and all. It's so many things that I've learned over time. I've done Uber and done the same thing, right? As I'm Ubering, I don't care if person sitting in the back, we gonna listen to a book. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was mindset, finances, accounting, business, content creation, I'm going to learn, okay? Because I can't get this time back. So you need to invest your time and your skill sets to be a part of your bigger goal, which is alignment, okay? If you need to learn how to speak in front of a camera, you don't have to get a job where you're speaking in front of a camera, okay? You don't need to be a news anchorist, but how about getting a job where you actually have to talk to people, okay? That's what I do for my 9 to 5 right now. I talk to people on a headset, right? And some people are angry. Some people are sad. Some people are happy. And I get to talk to them, okay? I get to become a real person to them. And it takes a lot of fast thinking. But the whole point is being able to communicate will take me further than, I'm not going to say learning how to fix a computer, but learning how to deliver food. Unless I want to do something with food delivery and create my own app, which I'm not interested in doing. Does that make sense? Now, this plan is going to be written out based off of your scenario. I put it really, really, really simple. We got people who have no bills. If you have no bills and you're young, or hey, if you have no bills and you're married or whatnot, whatever your situation is, if I were you, I would focus on saving and leaving. Okay. Saving and leaving, because obviously if you have no bills, then okay. Obviously these videos aren't made for kids. So you got to be a certain age. And if you have no bills, then, your risk is a little lower because, hey, the first of the month come by, you ain't got to pay nobody. Hey, You made it. No, I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. But no, if you have no bills, you can risk more. I would risk more. I would save. I would work my 9 to 5 and I would save to a certain amount. So then when I leave my 9 to 5, I have a huge chunk of cash. Okay. I have about 6 to 12 months of living expenses stacked up into a savings or an investment. And you can invest that too into something that's going to grow interest over time. I'm just saying I would have cash that would be acquiring interest. And that would be my little safety net right there. I would start my business. I would start whatever I'm working on, and I would go ahead and make sure like I'm giving my best efforts. And if it doesn't work out by month 3, okay, then that's a very short timeline, especially for beginners. But if it doesn't work out by that time, then I'm going to pick up a 9 to 5 again. But give yourself the chance, and you guys can take more risk if you don't have any bills. Now, for those who have bills, you need to save and you need to scale your business, and then you worry about leaving. Okay. Actually, don't worry, but focus on leaving. Okay. But saving is going to allow you, obviously, to have emergency funds. Scaling your business is going to not only teach you the skill, but actually allow you to earn putting money on top of your 9 to 5 income. And I say this because I went in the wrong step a couple years ago. I decided to leave the 9 to 5 and I was like, you know what? I'm young. I don't have too many bills. I'm going to go ahead and start this business. And by month 3, I was making $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And so I was making 4 times as much as what my job was paying me per month. But the problem arose when I didn't know how to automate it and consistently hit those numbers. And that's what I really struggled through for so many years. And it's not easy creating content, giving people things and creating a business and being in that giving mode when you're in need yourself, right? When you can't take care of yourself. So I would want you to have an emergency savings, scale your business, and then focus on leaving. And when I say scale your business needs to be making way more than your job. Focus on your business making 2 to 3 times as much as your job consistently. Okay. Consistently. All right. And that's a very safe method. At least you don't have to have that mindset of, am I going to have to survive, or can I survive this month? Right. Because it's really hard. That's not for the weak. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to say with this plan is you want to, again, invest your time, energy, and money into things that are going to literally last forever, so you can get paid forever. Too many of us are waiting every 2 weeks to work to get paid off of the work that we did 2 weeks ago. But here's the thing. Your job still benefits from the work that you put in. For example, the job that I work for right now, I'm using it as a tool. Okay. The job I'm working for right now sells a device that has a recurring membership to it for the customers. And the thing is, I make probably like $5 off of making a sale. And I'm not really worried about that. It's more about, hey, I know I'm going to have guaranteed money as I'm restarting my business up from scratch again and bringing you all along the way. But the whole point is I'm actually getting this job. And, when we sell this product that is recurring, they're making money for years off of something that took me 10 minutes, and I get paid, on an hourly basis. And if I don't work anymore, then I don't get paid anymore, but they're continuously getting paid off of the one thing that I did. You need to have something in your back pocket that allows you to do the same thing. And that's why I say it's so important for you to get mentorship instead of some course, because mentorship actually allows you to have customization to your plan, because algorithms change, platforms change, products change, music changes, hairstyles changes. Okay. Things are trends and not trending anymore. Okay. Everything changes in this world. I want you to know that if you want something that's going to help you get paid forever, you need to put it in something evergreen. And that's exactly why I have a 7-day trial for my Ask You Wealth community membership, so you can actually be a part of something that is continuously growing and updating you with the algorithm updates and giving you the best practices for you to not only make your first money online, but be able to replace your 9 to 5 and scale your business, because it's not a one and done thing. Business is never like that. And neither is a job. You can elevate in a job and you can get demoted and even laid off or fired. We don't want that, obviously, but business has so many other possibilities. And it's not just something like watching a video and knowing how to do something once and then you're making money from it forever. Okay. Things change and you need to be well aware of it when they do change, just like the weather. So again, the 7-day free trial link to the Ask You Wealth community is in the link in the description down below. So now that you know how you could replace your 9 to 5 by making money online, you don't want to make the mistake of putting your energy, time, and efforts into the wrong things. So watch this video that's popping up on your screen right now, and I'll make sure that you don't make this mistake. I'll see you in that next video. I'm out. Peace.